Morning to you. This is the map discussion for January 27th, 2025. This is the 300 millibar map. This shows us the jet stream at the very top of the weather producing atmosphere. And you see the southern branch of the jet stream is associated. So you got some enhanced flow over Southern California that's in regards to this. A cutoff low pretty much. In between California and Nevada, Las Vegas, and just north of Los Angeles, as well as a northern branch over here in southern Canada and central Canada, right to the north of the Great Lakes. At 500 millibars, the middle part of the atmosphere, you see that this is completely cut off from the main flow from the Canada branch into the northeastern United States, with a little bit of a trough across the mid-Mississippi River Valley at 500 millibars. And a little bit closer to the surface, you have some return moisture along the Gulf Coast in southern Texas. This will be a little bit important later once we get to the model data and look at the models, but for now, that low extends pretty close to the surface out west, and mainly light flow across the southeastern United States, 30 knots or so. That's pretty good. At the surface, we have some clouds across the southeastern United States, with a front that is analyzed just to the lee side of the Appalachian Mountains in western North Carolina and upstate South Carolina. And you can see the wind shift here. Winds are from the south or southwest, south of the front, and from the north, or due north pretty much, north of the front. So let's see how all of this evolves over the next several days. But first, before we get there, we want to note that there is rain currently falling across portions of the southern parts of North Carolina and pretty much over most everybody in South Carolina. This is what it looks like on the models. The NAM, not there. There it is. This slug of moisture will just continue to move off to the east, off the coast of the Carolinas and off the southeastern coast. Meanwhile, high pressure starts to build in with maybe a little bit of a clipper system, bringing some wind to the mountains. And then the next system starts to set itself up in the Thursday time frame out west. We'll talk a little bit more about this. For the Wednesday out in Texas, expected to bring some severe weather, as we can see here. This is our convective outlook for day 3 in Texas. Notice that in the east of the Mississippi River, no threat of some severe weather is expected at this time, but those in the central portions of Texas, in between Odessa and Austin, just north of San Antonio, to the northwest of San Antonio, expected to have a slight risk of seeing some severe weather, but not so in the Carolinas. Mainly, as we watch this system develop, we're expected to see some rain overspread the southern and Mississippi River Valley, the Mid-South, and to the central parts of the Mississippi River Valley. And looking at the longer range, this system is expected to continue to move off to the east, perhaps bringing some heavier rain Friday night into Saturday morning. So if you go out Saturday night, just be mindful that there could be some heavy rain in places like Augusta, over towards Greenville, Spartanburg, Charlotte, those places. And this isn't going to strengthen, especially over northeastern Florida, Jacksonville area. Maybe some precipitation Saturday morning early. So expect a wet run if you go out for a jog across places like New Bern, Wilmington, over southeastward towards Hilton Head Island, and Savannah, Georgia, and Jacksonville, Florida. Expect some wet conditions Saturday morning, but that moves off by Sunday morning, and then high pressure again takes over, and then we'll watch the next system take its shape midweek next week. This is Wednesday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. There's a lot of variability between the models by this point, so this may not be exactly what's going to go down next week. The only thing that we know for sure is that a system will start to develop. When and exactly how that will evolve is yet to be determined. But yeah, that's what we got. Let's take a look at those 5-day averages for surface temperature using the European Ensemble Prediction System. Again, the warmer colors, warmer air, cooler colors like your blues and whatnot, colder air. So we start out with the first 5 days between now and February 1st of warmer than average temperatures across central and southern Canada, extending into the northern parts of the mid-Mississippi River Valley, and then in the southeast. On either side of those regions, you have pretty much cooler than average temperatures in the northern New England and the desert southwest. As we go deeper into February, however, you'll start to see almost like a reload of colder air in Canada, and it'll start to infiltrate the United States. So now we have that scenario. We have a setup to where we have colder air replacing warmer air, and when that happens, we get some fireworks. So some of the ensemble prediction systems, like the Canadian and the American, both depict a fairly solid storm system beyond the February 7th time frame, give or take a couple of days. The timings are different in each of those ensembles. The EPS, the European Ensemble Prediction System, hints at something major happening. So this happens this time of year. We're getting into late winter, early spring, and these colder air masses are going to replace warmer air masses. And when that happens, we get these fireworks. But these details will change. So keep up to date with your forecast from your local National Weather Service and your favorite media outlets. So that about does it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.